Tangent Season Toups, Episode 7.
7.
Applause. We did it, Toups.
We've successfully cleared out.
We finally did it. Accomplishments.
See? We can only, like I half expected a Steam achievement to come down from the top, you know?
Doo-doo-doo. 0 BIS.
I wish this had happened on a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the perfect episode for it to happen too, for what we have planned for later.
Okay.
What I got so hyped about. Anyway, what we got is we're gonna start out talking about what we've been up to since the last show. Because we're gonna get rid of like all this stuff with the continuity and the running themes and the characters and stuff.
No one cares about those people.
Yeah, we're gonna move on it. So, just gonna talk about what we've been up to.
So, what's your week been like?
My week has been fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's been harrowing.
Well, that's two different words. They mean different things. So,
yeah.
Which one is it?
Well, no, they mean different things, but they both still happen.
Fantastic and harrowing. Well, usually people don't use those the same way, like in the same sentence.
Yeah, well, I did.
Okay, so how do you use them? Why?
Because I had a week filled with adventure and harrowing situations, but it was just so incredible that it was just beyond to the point where I deemed it fantastic. What happened to me? What?
So it's like the older meaning of fantastic. It's something that's just incredible.
Yes, it's just grand,
right?
Epic in scale.
Okay.
What happened to me was, as you know, we lost Trump as a sponsor.
Yeah, that was kind of expected.
Yes, he found out the slanderous things I said about him, specifically calling him a fuckface.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know how closely you follow Trump, as we all have been doing here lately in America, but he's been known to say he'll sue people back into the Stone Age.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't actually see you this past week.
Yeah, because what happened to me, Trump literally sued me back into the Stone Age.
Like, what? You mean like you don't have a credit card anymore?
No, I mean, I was transported through time into the past, and I had to survive in the Stone Age, and somehow managed to find my way back here. Which seems like it only took a week because the last show was a week ago, but this has been a 15-year ordeal for me.
Jesus. How did that even happen?
I don't know. I mean, we started the show late, so I don't think I really have time to get into it. But I was hanging out with the cavemen, and I managed. You know, I love this show so much that I overcame.
Wait. Were you like Prometheus? You gave him fire or something?
I have been known to call myself MC Prometheus for bringing fire to the people.
Oh God! Like my entire history of the world.
If you look up, I had a group. I shouldn't say a group. It was just me and one other dude, but we call ourselves the Twilight Lieutenants. And if you had been on our old MySpace page, you would have seen he was known as Stir, and I was known as MC Prometheus. Because my beats were so hot, I called it bringing fire to the people. So I have been known as Prometheus.
Well, I'm glad. I guess what's on MySpace stays on MySpace, right?
Long story short, I went through a ton of terrible, wonderful, adventurous things and managed to get back here. I did go into the future. I came back to this specific date for one reason. This is when you're able to pick your brackets for the NCAA tournament. And so I know exactly who's going to win what games, what the scores are going to be, because I was in the future. So I came back here so I could post my brackets to bet so I could win a shitload of money. Because the odds of you picking all 64 games correctly is just ridiculous. Like nobody's supposed to be able to ever do it. It's just like exponentially out of control.
Okay, yeah.
So
can I have a copy?
you most certainly can, and if there had been audience here, they could have copied this down, and they would have stood to win a whole lot of money. And unfortunately for you on the internet, you can't zoom in close enough to see all of them. But this is the bracket. This is the winning bracket this year.
All right. It sounds like they're messing around.
Yes. So that's what I went through this week. How about you?
So a couple things. As you know, on this Monday was
Pie Day.
March 14th. Yeah, that's what it was.
3/14.
3/14. And if it had gone on a little bit longer, it'd be like 3.14159, etc. Pi Day.
You can't go that far into the pi digits. I can do pi to the 23rd digit.
What's the 23rd digit?
A 5.
I'm not going to verify that.
Yeah.
In any case, Pi Day is naturally when you need to bake pies because circles and stuff. So I made pie again this week. This was a raspberry one. I did that.
Because you are 2 pie soups tubes.
2 pie soups, but only this pie was 1 pie.
1 pie.
So 1 pie soups.
Very well. So that took you a week to make? What happened? This was on a Monday.
No, I actually made this Sunday night, so I had it on Monday. So it was good. The second thing I did was I went to my gym. If you remember, I was talking about getting swole last week. 24-hour fitness.
24-hour Indus.
24-hour Indus.
Yeah.
And so they had me do a fitness evaluation with one of their, I don't know, I guess they're trainers.
Okay.
And the way they do this is that they make you go and dance around like a monkey, doing whatever they want for like an hour. And then they tell you how swole you are and where you need to become swoller.
Yeah.
And by tell, I mean draw on a weird human figure, which I happen to have here. And as you can see,
it looks very sexless.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's supposed to be a representation of me. But
keep talking.
As you can see, I got some green parts and I got some red parts. And the green parts is because it's St. Patty's Day. And the red parts are where apparently I'm not swole enough.
The glutes!
Yeah, okay. So apparently, for some reason, my butt is completely inadequate.
This is authorized body shaming, by the way.
Yeah, no, I actually paid them for this.
Yeah.
I'm not...
You paid them to...
not sure, okay. But I guess this is good. It's good.
You gotta start somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And you know, they just gotta be upfront with you.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. In any case, that's what I did actually earlier today, so I'm high off getting insulted about that, so...
Got a high from refreshing.
Ah, you finally told me the truth.
Yes. Feels good, man.
Exactly. So that's pretty much... That's mostly what I did this week.
All right, so that was the week in review. I didn't come up with a name for that segment. I guess I should have had one.
Week in review.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. Or we can call it week as in your week. You're not swole, so it'll be week and review.
Now just check back with me next week and we'll see.
Check back next week, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, that 70 people we had here last time was pretty...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're here.
They are here.
Yeah, they're here.
They decided they're just a more calmer audience.
All sitting behind the camera. Because they're a little too cool to... You know, you can't... If you're an audience member and you really like the show, you can't get too close because if you get too close then you can't take in the whole entire view like as a complete gestalt, you know?
I don't know what gestalt
means like take it in a whole as a whole.
Okay.
So yeah, so they have to sit in the back because otherwise how are they going to see all the screens all around?
Yeah, true. They got to get the full 5.1 screen experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The gestalt.
Yes. So you made that pie on Sunday. We're going to take it back a day prior to Saturday. More namely, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, shit.
Ariana Grande was the host. She's a pop singer and a former Nickelodeon child actor.
Familiar.
So she started off promptly in hot water on SNL because in her opening monologue, she let out a, "Oh shit." And as I was watching the show, I wasn't sure. I was like, did she really just get away with saying "oh shit"? And so I had to check the internet, like, am I the only one seeing this? Like, she really said "oh shit." So I verified indeed that's what happened. And that's the kind of shit that gets you banned from SNL.
But did she get banned?
I don't know. But I do know a couple people who did get banned.
Okay.
And you do as well. So Toups, tell me why Alan Thicke got banned from SNL.
Alan Thicke got banned from SNL because he was on there a few weeks ago when he had brought his daughter Robin Thicke.
His daughter Robin Thicke, yes, I'm aware of her.
And well, they were doing it. I guess they were trying to do a comedy bit. But it involved like slapping asses and stuff.
Okay.
And like normally that would be okay, except it was his daughter.
So, but that, I mean, that's okay. Just slap your daughter's ass, whatever. What's wrong with that?
Well, the environment of SNL is a family-friendly thing, okay?
Oh, yeah, it is.
You remember? Because that's why people are getting banned from it. So, like saying, "oh shit," for example, probably would get you banned.
It's very difficult to yes and you on SNL being a family show.
Well, at least the rules as regards people getting banned.
Maybe, I don't...
Are there any rules for people getting banned?
Oh no, it's really at the whim of Warren Michael, so I guess if something rubs him the wrong way, he's got the power. It sounds to me like it's just one of those things where he just didn't like Alan Thicke, and he just needed any type of flimsy excuse whatsoever just to ban him.
Who's the host of Saturday Night Live?
It's a different host every week, Toups.
See?
Wow. Are you trolling me right now?
Alright, so what's the next one?
Okay. Next up.
Oh yeah, I remember this. So
Google DeepMind.
Last week, you might remember, DeepMind was the thing that was making all kinds of weird and crazy dark pictures and stuff on the internet with the whirly bits.
And the eyes everywhere. Yeah.
Very Cthulhu mythos type shit.
Yeah. Very non-Euclidean entity.
Exactly, and funnily enough, like DeepMind, they actually had DeepMind just like a server rack in the stage.
Yeah.
With like a very low resolution, like smiley face on the front, which you could change, and then
that's kind of sinister, actually.
So it just had a low resolution smiley face in the middle, and then during the middle of the show, just randomly, DeepMind made a frowny face, and for some reason a dimensional portal opened up. And well, let's say that the band there was no longer to be seen. DeepMind was then escorted off the stage.
Politely.
Well, yeah, there was a bunch of people, you know the big guys that were always wearing black, the bouncer type guys.
Yeah, security.
Yeah, they got a dolly and they just
kindly escorted it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And the entire time, DeepMind's face is frown.
All right.
If only they let that go on for a little bit longer.
We could have. You never know. It's one of those things where it's a sketch that starts out bad, but then as it keeps going, it gets into the territory where it's actually funny. You're stuck with it long enough.
It's like Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Something he just does something stupid. And you're like, well, okay, that's not really funny. Then he keeps on doing it and just digs himself a deeper and deeper hole, deeper and deeper. and then more and more. And suddenly you're having a heart attack. Therapist.
Battle rapper Jelly Donut.
Jelly donut.
Banned from SNL. How come?
He had no feeling. There wasn't any substance to him. Like, as soon as he got up on stage, everyone could tell. Like, it's just, that was it. Jelly donut. Like, I don't...
This empty shell of a man.
Like, it was so nihilistically hollow seeing him up there just kind of jerking his limbs around like that. Like, yeah, I'm actually not sure how he got to be the host of SNL for that week.
Very well, very well. Let's go down the conjecture rabbit hole.
This was a really fun one last week. You remember the conjecture rabbit hole? Well, as you can see, there's the picture.
Yes.
We do conjecture down the rabbit hole, which basically means we talk out our asses about something.
Yes, we act like we know a thing or two about a certain subject we might not be too clear on, or it's just kind of a scenario that is not proven yet or hasn't happened or cannot actually ever happen.
Or we're just Wikipedia experts on the subject.
Yeah, we just keep going on and conversating about it anyway as if there's any merit to it, and there is not.
So turn your screens off now, folks.
This week, the conjecture rabbit hole I wanted to talk about because Obama was here in Austin on Monday. People were trying to use that as an excuse to not go to work.
Right.
The mayor was even saying, you know, oh, just try to call in, like, it's going to be too much traffic, don't worry about going to work if you can.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, the point is Obama was here, and it got me thinking about Obama, because he's in his last year of the presidency.
Right, he's in the, well, fuck it thing.
I disagree with that. People say that, like, oh, it's a lame duck, he doesn't give a shit. But the thing is, I think he does, because when you're president, you get that 8 years of power. It's kind of like being an athlete in a game. Like, take basketball, for instance. Like, you're in the Senate or whatever, that's like minor league. You know, you're just playing ball. When you're president, that's like you've made it to the big time. You're in the NBA. So when you're president, that's your time when, you know, you're finally getting the ball. Like, you're the starter. You're in there. You're running the show. So I think you take as much of that 8 years, like, as you can to get as much done as you can. So people call it a lame duck period, but I think he's still hustling, trying to get done, you know, get some things moving before he gets out of office. Like, think about when, you know, you're playing a game or something like that, and you know the time is running out on it. That's the time that you're really hustling, trying to get those extra points in.
True, and like he knew the end time when he got into it, so
Yeah.
he's got to have a plan for it, like this last year.
So I think he's going to be busy this last year. I don't think he's just coasting. But my conjecture is he's going to do some serious coasting once he's out. I think he's got a list of shit planned to do once he's done with the presidency.
So, like, what would he be doing?
Well, first, I think he's keeping receipts on all the people who've been talking shit about him this whole time.
So, I think last week you did an impression of him talking about receipts.
Yep.
Can you? Yeah, just do that.
Now, let's be clear. You were talking mad shit before when I couldn't do anything about it. Now I got all the time in the world, all the access. People love me, I have charisma. So, I've got...
Book deal?
What did you say?
A book deal?
A book deal. Like a book deal. I got a microphone. I got a whole list of names. For all you fuckers in the Senate and the cabinet. Held a nigga back. Now I'm calling out, roasting everybody. So that's one of the things I think he's going to be doing.
Uh-huh. Oh, man.
I think he's going to show up at hip-hop shows.
And just like lay like a line of verse down or something?
No, he's not even going to say, he's just going to walk out.
He's just going to take the mic and drop it
Yeah.
and walk out.
He's just going to walk out. People are going to go nuts. He's just going to stand there and bask in it. Take the mic, just hold it.
Now let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
I'm still getting my pension.
He won't say anything. That's that the DJ will just drop, like, he'll do a mix of like Obama quotes and like spinning them as Barack just stands there. He's like, Osama bin Laden, it's been captured, killed.
She'll feel sick.
Yeah. His body was disposed of.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, so he won't say anything, and then he'll just drop the mic.
Right.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. What else could he do? Like once you're president, you kind of, like you said, you kind of reach the pinnacle of whatever you're gonna do with your life. So,
right.
Like last time, like what have former presidents done with their life? Like
the main one I can think of is Carter, of course, because he does the whole
he's like
Houses for Humanity.
He's like a nice person.
Yeah.
Like what about the other people?
Clinton, I don't know what the fuck he's been up to.
He's been stumping for Hillary. That's all he's been doing.
Yeah, stumping in places that she isn't at the same time.
Exactly.
Convenient.
Going into poll locations illegally.
Yeah. Very frowned upon.
But apparently not frowned upon enough.
Yeah, fucking George W. He just fucked off and started just painting shit somewhere.
Painting himself nude, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, as long as he's not bothering us, man, he's free to go do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
I think he realizes too, like, people just...
They don't need to see me anymore.
Yeah. You've done enough.
And also, he's kind of been outshadowed by the current contenders for the Republican Party.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing we're going to see. What if, and this is the worst scenario,
What if?
Trump is president?
What if Trump is president?
I think we see Obama blast the nation.
Blast the nation.
He addresses America directly.
Uh-huh.
And he's just like, now look, kept my calm for decades now. I believe in this country, I think we're great. But America, I'm telling you right now, I'm looking straight into your eyes. You're fucking up.
You disappointed me.
This Trump, are you serious?
No, I might be a senator from Chicago.
Yeah.
With no prior experience. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah. My fuck ups are documented on network television.
Yeah, that's gonna be that would be awful.
Sasha Malia, pack your shit up. We're going to Sweden. We're done here.
I think I might actually convince a lot of people to go join what's his name, Trudeau, but in Canada, like they were talking about during.
Oh yeah, the handsome fellow.
Yeah, the handsome fellow. Him and Obama were having that handshake, time. I don't know what they do during those meet and greets, but I think they just handshake.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that you ever see pictures of people at those things doing, just shaking hands.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that a weird kind of thing? That you only ever see pictures of people just shaking hands? Like, are they just holding hands?
Well, this is the thing. When you're not, that's a suitable question for a layman to ask. Because you haven't been involved in politics. You don't understand the body language, the meta communication that happens with these handshakes. Politicians are trained. They take courses, they get advisors who are strictly involved in diplomatic handshakes. So that's practically like, sign language is nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
Handshakes between politicians is its own type of language.
So they're basically negotiating, like NAFTA again when they're just shaking hands.
Yes. From the moment that hand reaches a 90-degree angle.
So it's like they take it out of the holster.
Yep.
And they're just like,
Yep. And all of this. That's what I love to see. Politicians break out into some complicated ass full-on dap.
Okay, so
how refreshing would that be for a world?
I know, right?
Diplomacy. You just saw some positive instead of just like everybody's like yes, shake hand. Just like the ambassador from Japan, he looks across the room, he sees the Turkish ambassador, they're just like, oh shit! They go, whoa, nigga! Having a great time.
Right?
This is about to be a G8 summit for your ass, son. we in this. So yeah, the handshake.
Secret communication.
Every aspect of it from, did you come in with your hands down? Did you come in with your arm already out towards him like, ugh?
Palm slightly clammy?
Yeah, exactly. All of that.
I think the palm slightly clammy probably indicates something about, like, fishing trade.
How so?
I don't know, just clammy, like fish are clammy. So that's,
Fish are clammy?
yeah, fish are clammy, palms clammy. Makes sense.
Okay. So,
I haven't read about this on Wikipedia, so I'm not an expert yet, but I play on the economy.
yeah, we should get into that. Did you have any conjecture you wanted to get into?
So, let's see.
Hey, settle down back there. You know what I miss? Back in the days of mine when if somebody acted up in the audience,
Yeah.
you could just punch them.
I'll pay your legal fees.
Yeah, I'll pay your legal fees. If he acts up again, just clock him. Just get him. We can't have that here. We're building a wall.
We're gonna make this show great again.
Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna make this show great again.
I said I wouldn't talk about Trump, and
I was just about to say that too. Like we also.
But it's too easy.
Yeah. This is the last time we talk about Trump on this show.
Yeah, because that's like free advertising.
And it's getting scary to this point where I'm more worried than it is funny now.
Yeah, true. So, I actually, I had thought about this earlier because it's been making the rounds. So, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
In Star Trek they have this transporter thing, which basically, beam me up, Scotty.
Yes.
Type thing.
Uh-huh. I watch Star Trek every night to go to bed, The Next Generation.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
So, the question is, does the Star Trek transporter kill you in order to move your particles to another location?
It does not.
So my understanding is that it just goes and reads the information in your body,
Yes.
and then transmits that information, like puts it in the pattern buffer,
Yeah.
and then transmits that information over its faster than light communication stuff to another transporter room.
Yes.
And then remix you there.
Yes.
So
Out of what though?
How is it?
This is an interesting thing that I hadn't seen before, and it was covered in this anime. Sorry that I bring up anime, but there was a series called S.Cried, like Stride, right? And the cool thing they did was it was kind of like people who have special powers. They can augment their bodies and like they'll have all these attachments or whatever to themselves.
Sure.
But what's cool is when they power up, chunks of matter from what's around them disappear like craters of mass. Because that mass has to come from somewhere. Like you can't just magically have stuff appear.
Right.
That mass has to be accounted for. So what's cool about this show is they were addressing that. If you're all of a sudden getting jacked up, you're using resources from what's around to make that mass. So with the teleportation in Star Trek, it's like, well, you're just phasing like, where's that matter coming from that's reforming your body? And what's happening to the matter that was there from what used to be you back in the old place? Are we saying that that's that same matter just being super teleported to someplace else?
So you're saying because it's the same matter that made you in the first place that it would be still you? You wouldn't die?
No. And that's the problem is the teleported one, if it's not made up of the same matter, is it still really you?
Yeah. There was an episode...
So that could be a version of the death in a way because that's not the actual you.
There was an episode where there's like some electrical storm on the planet and Riker's on the planet and he gets beamed up, but he goes into the power buffer and then they have some difficulty with the transporter and they finally get him where he's beamed up, right? And then they come back around and it turns out that Riker's like pattern had been beamed in the pattern buffer, but he hadn't been he hadn't disappeared from the ground. So he got stuck on the ground and he was up in the ship at the same time.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty clear your mic has died. Oh, there it is.
there it goes.
I don't think they want to. Mister Tramps is not down with you talking about Star Trek. Because that's what I'm saying is that mass has to be accounted for. So according to that, then it means that the mass isn't the original mass. So it's a different set of mass. So how is that actually still you?
Yeah, that's the catch. I don't know what happened to that thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's having problems. I think we're good now.
Okay.
So where does the death part come into it?
Well, if it didn't go and just if it made a perfect copy of Riker and the ship, then what was left to do with the copy that was on the ground? The only thing that would be left to do is to clean up the extra piece. By which I mean, like,
yeah, which one is the valid Riker?
Yeah, and according to the lore stuff in Star Trek, they're both exactly the same because they were just perfect scans of it. So there's no way to tell which one is the right one.
So what happened?
Like, that other Riker was totally freaked out by this occurrence because he was like, holy shit, there's another me?
Yes.
He's going around as me?
As one would be, yeah.
Yeah. And he actually wrecks his Starfleet career. And he spends it, and he totally screws it because he always hears about this famous Will Riker, you know, flying around with Captain Picard doing cool things and stuff, and he's just sitting down on the planet.
So wait, this happens. When it happened, they're coming back, and it's like time has already passed with this guy.
Yeah, it's like
around.
8 years later or something.
Oh shit! Okay. So this guy's been. It wasn't something they found out as it happened. It was something that.
And this Riker on the bottom and on the planet never got promoted or anything like that. So he's just still like a lieutenant, and he's just fostering so much anger about it.
I actually have to look this up.
Yeah. Now, if you're watching TNG, you're gonna hit it sometime around. Probably like season 4 or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because the teleportation thing is just something where when you watch it, you just kind of have to accept it as it is. Like, don't look too much into it because you'll run into questions such as
like,
this.
oh god, that's horrifying.
Yeah, and that is very horrifying.
Right.
That reminds me of the multiple man Jamie Maddox from X-Men. Because his mutant ability was like with enough kinetic force he could create a copy of himself. So then the thing is, if it's an exact copy, whose validity, like whose identity is more valid? Because the thing is, he can absorb his multiples. So it's like in a way for them, that's like dying, or is it like they're actually an extension of him, but they're not because once they separate from him, they're their own complete people, their own separate entity. So it's like, why would I want to merge back with you, like when I'm alive now?
That's true.
So yeah, there's all kinds of interesting things that come up in regards to conjecture as far as like having a doppelganger or a split of yourself.
Yeah.
Bunch of stuff we don't have time for in this episode. Because I could talk about that at length because it's very compelling stuff. What we do need to do is hip people. Hip, I said HIP.
HIP.
We got the music happening for South by Southwest.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping track of this myself.
Yes, man, I got out of the music South by game like 4 or 5 years ago. I have the music I like to listen to. I do eventually find new music here and there, but when it comes to South by, there's thousands of bands. There's so many, like every little dive bar, every little like Voodoo Donuts, a donut shop is a venue for South by. It's just it's too much.
Yeah, I went down on Sunday to go see some of the interactive stuff.
Yeah.
So I got to go see like this one exhibit that was a actual anechoic chamber. Basically, it's just a soundproof chamber.
Was it called the Room of Silence?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh man, Jody wanted to see that.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck, I forgot I wanted to go to the Room of Silence.
Dude, the waiting line was so long.
What was it like in there?
It was like so you go inside, it's just basically...
What separates it from me just going to my apartment and sitting there like, look, this is the room, it's silent.
Alright, so it's more silent than that.
It's even more, yeah.
Like it's basically was just a like one of the tractor trailer kind of things.
Okay, yeah.
That was just full of soundproof insulation. And so you just walk in there and have like a lit walking path to the back of it or stuff. And doesn't have anything in there besides just you. And they close the door, and it's just.
Is it illuminated? Is it dark?
It's illuminated, just from the ground up. So. You go in there and like they shut the door, and then suddenly like all around there is like South by Southwest and people talking and stuff like that, and it just like stops. And that was, yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, I was like, dang, I didn't realize how loud it was. All those other people, they're so annoying.
Yeah.
Like I would never talk that much.
Yeah.
In public.
Yes. Who does that?
Who does that?
Who does that?
Especially with mics and stuff. But yeah, that was fun. I got to see the little Preacher, which is a TV show that was based on a comic book.
Yes.
So I saw the little Preacher preview, and I heard that the actual first episode was really good, but I didn't get to see it. They had a nice thing where it was like a church house turned upside down. It was kind of interesting looking.
Yeah, I think they lifted that from the artwork from the comic books.
Yeah.
I had never read Preacher. I heard it's like a big deal.
You know, I heard about Preacher when I heard about Transmetropolitan.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, I read all of Transmetropolitan, but not Preacher at all.
No Preacher, none at all. No our space for you.
I guess not.
I heard about the characters and the premise and everything, but I have no idea what the comic is, but it's supposed to be a good thing. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about the music portion of South by Southwest.
Right.
So, like as I was saying with all the bands and everything, it's hard to pick, like, I don't know, but I am interested in going to check something out. So you picked a couple bands that you think people should see.
Oh yeah, sure.
So the first one here, for two picks.
Oh, right. Okay, so this is...
who are these guys? Why do I need to see them?
This is Tender Chicken.
Because we're here.
Tender Chicken?
Right, Tender Chicken.
Okay.
I mean, like...
How'd you find out about them? Yeah.
So they're actually a band from Norway. Tender Chicken is a transliteration of what their actual name is in Norwegian.
Okay.
Which was Kumblach Slapag. So
pronunciation spot on.
Yeah, I know. I actually had to go and watch that on YouTube.
Okay.
Because it's like, how do you pronounce that? It has like a bunch of O's and stuff all over everything. Can't do it. A bunch of fun.
Where are they playing at?
So they're actually this. I actually caught these guys playing on the corner of Lavaca and 7th Street.
Oh, like outside?
Like outside.
Like busking?
Yeah, kind of.
Tender Chicken Unplugged.
Yeah, they had it hooked up to one of these like little travel amps, and then they were just
one of those little pig nose battery powered ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no, their sound was totally authentic, and like you get a little of you get a little Bjork kind of going like a feel of like that. They have a bit of. They had their keyboard set up, MIDI keyboard set up, so they could do some electronic kind of stuff in the background while the lead guitarist was playing. You can see he's got the glasses right there.
So you said they already played though, so are they playing again somewhere? Because it's supposed to recommend bands for people to go see.
Okay, so I saw them there. They did tell me that they were going to go and play at a house party on Tom Green Street later this week. So that'll be at 8:30 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah.
8:30 Saturday, Tom Green's house?
Yep.
I didn't know he lived in Austin.
Well, it's Tom Green Street. Sorry.
Oh, it's this whole street.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole street.
All right. So
Tender Chicken, ladies.
Tender Chicken. Speaking of ladies, who are these ladies?
These are ladies.
That's the name of their group. These are ladies.
These are ladies.
These are ladies. Okay, I'm into it. These are ladies.
So they've got an acapella thing going on right now.
Okay.
Mixed with new synth pop type.
How's an acapella when you mix it with synth pop? That all
acapella reggae wave synth pop.
So instead of having actual synths, they just make synth sounds acapella.
Yeah.
I am making sense sounds. Okay.
You know, they have to, like, South by is a place where, like, 4,000 bands come to play.
Okay.
And you have to, if you want for people to come to your show, you have to differentiate yourself. And I think that they actually were successful in doing that because no one's ever heard of anyone doing that.
True. There was a band I saw last night. They played a sewing machine, a typewriter, and she had this like pig like toy where you squeeze it and made like so that's how they set themselves apart.
What was that?
I don't know their name, I have to look them up, but they played before the band that I went to go see.
Is it like Venus?
They're from Germany.
Okay. Right.
That explains it, right?
Yeah, that kind of does.
These are ladies. So when are they playing?
They actually managed to get a spot at the Long Center on Saturday also. So
wow.
I know, right? So great job. I should go check those out.
These are ladies.
At the Long Center.
All right, those were Toups picks for South by Southwest Music. Moving on.
Mister Tramps.
The next segment. This is Fantastic Tangent. The reason Fantastic Tangent exists is because I'm passionate about presenting the ideas and the thoughts that are in my mind. I would not do this show if I didn't have an idea that I wanted to try, even though nobody gives a shit. It's like, what motivates me to keep doing it? Because I'm passionate about it.
Yeah, it's intrinsic motivation.
Yeah, so this segment is Fantastic Passion.
That sounds like some sort of terrible porn name.
Exactly.
I had actually thought about that before.
Yeah. So what we're going to do this time around is we're going to talk a little bit about a certain thing that we're... What we're going to do now... So we're going to talk about something that we're passionate about. And for me this week I'm going to discuss... You're amusing more people to come into the...
I'm sorry. Can't help it.
Fantastic Passion. So, do you know what this is?
It's orange. What is it? No, what is that thing?
This is a brick separator.
Oh, what?
Does that help you out?
Okay. Yeah, it does a bit. I've only heard about these in Legend. I've never seen one.
This is for separating your Legos after you've constructed your build.
Like, historically, like, I've separated very few Legos after I built them. Like, the way I separate them, usually it's just to accidentally drop them and then suddenly have to pick up the pieces. Like, picking those one by ones apart from each other,
yeah.
Oh man, that's not for me.
Well, that's why there is this. They made this to handle that problem. This makes it a whole lot easier to separate your Legos.
Yeah. You see that? Like, how does it work?
It works 4 different ways. So, you got pieces stuck together. You can use, let's see here. I actually brought some Legos.
I just got some Legos in my pocket.
I just happen to have some Legos in my pocket here. I will demonstrate for the audience. All right. Let's take a difficult example and show you why the brick separator is so great. Because you got these little plate pieces, right? They're really skinny, and they're flat as fuck.
The worst ones to take apart.
Right, exactly. So you put those together, and you're like, shit, I want to take it apart.
Those are all the way...
Yeah, that's like, yikes. We got a situation here. So in this case, you're not going to necessarily get away with just doing the top separate because they're too skinny to get the grip that you need to use those parts, right? So this is where your little wedge comes in handy here because it's real slim.
Yeah.
So what you do is you get in there, in between them, and you do a little bit of magic here.
I'm watching.
And then voila, they're magically separated.
Brick separator.
Yes, works like a charm. But anyway, I fucking love Legos. When I was a kid, I played with them all the time. There was one year for Christmas I was severely disappointed because, I went and I snuck under the Christmas tree before Christmas, and I kind of like tore open a little edge of one of the packages, hoping it'd be a small enough tear to see what was inside, but not, get caught.
Show that it was obvious.
Yeah. So I tore off a little edge, right? and I see this gray with like these little raised circle bumps.
Right.
So I'm thinking it's one of those base grids for Legos, like that you use to like put in your buildings.
Yeah,
and
like
shit
castles and stuff.
Right. So I'm like, oh shit, and the box is like really big. So I'm like, holy shit, this is like a huge like space moon base like Lego theme. I was like, can't wait for Christmas. I'm going to bed at noon. Right? So Christmas comes along, and I can't wait to rip into this box. It's laser tag.
Oh, what?
It's laser tag for me and my sister to play with each other.
No, you're getting a presents are for one person.
Yes. It's my present.
My present. Yeah, exactly.
Not this forced make me play with my sister shit.
No,
I want my Legos I can take to my room and use my own imagination.
Use your brick separator.
Yes.
It's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, no, what the fuck? I was so disappointed. Meanwhile, all the other kids were jealous that we had laser tag because they didn't get laser tag and they wanted to play laser tag all the time.
right.
And I'm butthurt like, no, like, go ahead. I just want my Legos, man. But I completely support Lego. I mean, it's one of the best fucking inventions of this age. I believe in the company values and just the way they work. You know, it's incredible to me how they kept the same specs and design, so pieces from back in the 70s will work with your modern pieces.
See, like normal companies would vary it up a bit, so you have to buy new stuff.
Right.
But that's actually like something. I don't know. I hesitate to apply the word integrity to any corporation.
Yeah. But understandable.
That sounds like it might almost be applicable.
Yeah. Okay. So that's my passion.
Okay.
What is yours?
So I've recently gotten a passion for getting swole.
On swole.
So I've been. So like last week we discussed this, and basically after the break a couple weeks ago, I got into the business of being swole. I got a gym membership and stuff, and going there. Eating creatine powder.
Oh shit. It's getting real now.
Getting fitness evaluations and stuff. Getting the red butts.
Yeah. Handling that situation. Yeah.
And I don't know. That's basically. And I got a book called Starting Strength, which is about barbell training. I'm just gonna go and throw those barbells up and down like a crazy motherfucker. I'm kind of contemplating this because I'm supposed to go to a class on Saturday where I'll actually be able to actually do that because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I'm just really hyped about it.
Okay.
So.
See, I don't fuck with barbells because they don't make them the way they used to. Like, I only fuck with those old school barbells that are like just huge spheres at the end of one skinny little rod, like you see in the cartoons.
Yeah, right.
They don't use those anymore, so I'm out the weight game.
No, those aren't modular, man. You gotta get the modular barbells.
Modular is for Legos, not weights.
So
that's supposed to be the challenge. Like, that's part of what's wrong with our culture. Like, in the old days, you had that barbell. It's that weight. You can't lift
one
it.
One barbell, that one weight.
Yeah. One barbell, one weight. If you can't lift it, you work hard till you can.
One barbell.
You have to rise up to that barbell's challenge. Right. Not this modular, oh, that's too heavy. Okay, well, I'll just take some of these off then.
Let me press this dial.
Yeah. Just, fit to my demands. That's why you don't see any more buff people walking around as much anymore. They just made it too easy. Like, actually, I want to be one of these lean types. So I'm more of a cardio person.
But you're talking about people just walking around, because, like, I was looking at people who got swole and stuff, and some of them are bad people. Some of them are bad people. Like, I read about this one. This guy from the UK, he's like a bodybuilder.
Is this your crime?
Yeah, he's a crime.
So we need to segue to the next part of it.
Let's segue in.
Okay. So you come up with passion, right? And the thing that pops into my head next is crimes of passion.
Yeah.
So something I encourage people to try as an experiment of their own is you take something that you're passionate about, something that you love, and go online, add crimes to the end of it. And the more innocuous, the more innocent it is, it's funnier to find out the results when you add crimes.
Like
so
My Little Pony crimes.
Yes. Well, actually, with the whole brony situation, I think
it could.
Yeah, but it's still very valid to what I'm talking about. That's kind of, it does fit to my point.
Barbie crimes.
Yes. So did you literally look up swole crimes, or did you look up like gym crimes?
So if you look up swole crimes, an interesting effect happens where it's just a bunch of people on the internet talking about getting swole and how much of a crime it is for anyone not to get swole.
Yeah. So it's like a circle jerk. It's like a swole jerk.
Yeah,
I can't say
just
it.
gotta fit that around your neck.
Yeah. So they're all swole jerking about them gains.
Yeah, pretty much. So I had to vary that a bit. So I looked around for anything like bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder crimes. Okay.
Bodybuilder crimes.
This sounds very interesting.
So
it sounds like
that was actually
fucked up. Okay.
That was actually they came up with some of the same circle jerk kind of stuff, but I found a couple of crimes that were either basically committed by bodybuilders. So there's one guy from the UK, his name is Scott Calder.
Okay.
And he's a pretty intelligent guy apparently, because he was getting off the top of this entire drug operation for this region. The way he was doing that was throwing GPS trackers on his dealers' cars.
Yes, very wise, yeah.
And then just going and busting heads until they gave him what he wanted. So he did this for a while. Eventually, somebody caught on, and he was apparently picking up his mom from bingo. They just did a drive-by, pew pew pew. And so at that point, Calder stopped. They were both fine, but like, yeah, can you just imagine that? Just you're just you're a mobile dealer, just throwing, putting out dime bags or whatever, and this guy who's completely jacked drags you out of your car and beats the shit out of you until you get your stuff. Like, that's a situation you just don't come across.
I hope I never do.
So that was probably the highlight of that one.
I wish I had known that was going to be yours, because I could have said this was brought to you by the Tile app. Have you heard of Tile?
No.
Tile is this little, it's this really small little square thing. It's essentially just a GPS tracker with an app that you can use.
Oh.
So you can just leave this little tile thing anywhere, and if you need to find out where it's at, you look it up. So it's essentially it's a GPS tracker. So you can just leave that in anybody's car or whatever, and you can just track whoever with this.
Scott Calder, brought to you by
Tile.
Oh my god, that would be so frightening.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
You just like,
like, I made $20 off that last year.
Yeah, oh shit, man. And that's a lot of effort too to go through just to get it back.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Anyway, my crime. So since mine was.
What were you passionate? You were passionate about Legos.
Legos, yeah. So mine was to look up Lego crimes.
Lego crimes.
And there was a litany of them.
Really?
Because
just if you search Lego crimes.
If you search Lego crimes, I found like 3 main ones.
Okay.
Because Legos are a premium type product, so they have very high resale value. Like they don't dwindle in price or whatever.
Right.
As far as the market goes, they're pretty steady, if not raising for the older type of Legos you have.
Yeah, because I guess if it's like a rare set, like people lose parts of sets or whatever. And if they stop making them, I guess it would go up in price, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it's just there's a lot of success in the Lego theft game. And I looked up, there's these stories about a family getting caught. They stole $40,000 of Legos, and then when we went to their residence, it turned out they had $200,000 more worth of Legos.
So that's like 3 sets, right?
Yeah, it is. This right here, this set here, you're looking at $500, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised you brought that here.
There were stories of drug dealers using Legos, I know, right? As currency. Well, we have a respectable audience, so.
Yeah, I know. All those 70 people are.
Yeah, this is a safe place.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, there were stories about, instead of money, they exchanged Lego bricks. Like that was the stand-in currency. There was a story about Australia. There was a game.
You trying to cheat me? You gave me these blue bricks instead of the yellow ones?
Supposed to be the yellow one. We talked about this. A shootout occurred.
That would be interesting.
Over to
I want to see that happen somehow.
Yeah, and they shoot each other up, and they're all dead. And then some kid walks by like, "Oh, nice."
And he doesn't pick up the yellow ones because yellows are for panties.
Yeah, they're just trash. Yeah. Yeah. So then there was a gang in Australia, and their thing was they took out department store window to break in. And not only did they steal the Legos from the store, they stole the window too. That was their MO. They were just stealing windows as well.
But why the window? But why the window?
Fantastic tangent.
Asking serious questions.
Yeah. Alfredo just came in here, so I think that might be our time, Toups.
Okay.
So what I want to do is, we did have another thing planned, but I think we can save it for next time.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So let's preview it, shall we?
Indus scale.
The Indus scale. The game called Gas Gauge.
It stands for the give a shit meter.
Give a shit. So in this game, which is completely arbitrary and unfair, we have a set of topics, and we have to gauge the level of Toups' interest in these topics.
And we will do this next week, I'm sure.
Yes. So we have 3 levels. You have 0, 1, and 2. 0 being no interest. I dislike this. I'm not into it. 1, ambivalence, and 2, positive.
I give a shit.
Yes. So next week we shall be playing this game, and contestants stand to win. So, a little preview for those of you who have stuck with it this far. You kind of get a leg up on the competition for next week. I'll show you the questions right now. Toups will not reveal his answers, but you can marinate them. You can marinate on them for the week. So, question 1. Self-driving cars. On Toups' give a shit scale, where does he stand? We'll find out next week. Number 2, use of the word namaste. Is Toups into using it, or does he hate it? Next, dipping French fries in ice cream. Also, yeah, to mention, I don't know the answers to these yet either, so I will be playing as well. Next up, it will be irrelevant by next week.
It'll be irrelevant by next week, but yeah.
St. Patty's Day. Number 5, cancellation of the show, person of interest. I'll tell you, the sneak preview, mine is a 0 on that one. I don't like that show.
Thankfully, your opinion does not matter.
Number 6, mixing peas with mashed potatoes. A hotly debated topic.
Indeed.
At family dinner tables everywhere. Because we do live in a world where you do have to eat to live. Unlike the last conjecture rabbit hole. Number 7, over or under toilet paper roll in the bathroom. Another fiercely debated topic. Which way is right? Number 8, getting swole. If you don't know the answer for this one by now, I don't think...
You haven't been watching this show.
Yeah, you have not been paying attention to like the last even 10 minutes of this show.
Yeah.
Number 9, small packaging. I think I'm just going to leave that one.
Small packaging.
Yeah, small packaging. Number 10, flying on airplanes. This game is not, you get more points, it's not about getting more points than anybody else. The way to win this game is getting closest to the actual number that we arrive at cumulatively by the end of it. Because a scale from 0 to 2, could be any number.
Exactly.
between 0 to 2 being the highest 20. So getting 20 points doesn't necessarily mean you've won. That being said, next week.
This is entirely too complicated for right now.
Is it complicated?
I think it is complicated.
Well, we'll go over it again next week.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so gas gauge coming next week. In the meantime, I am Mychal Guzman, joined by Anthony Toups. I did that backwards. I was supposed to do you first.
Oh. Well,
So on behalf of Anthony Toups,
thank you.
I am Mychal Guzman saying to you, thanks, Alfredo.